Okay, so we'll discuss one problem based on hexagon. So this particular problem is the problem that is page number, or you can just check the problem number 25. Okay, so it is a hexagon. It consists of a hexagonal pyramid resting on one of its edges. You can go through the question. Okay, so it is having side of 25. You know how to draw a hexagon. Okay, so 25, 16 to 2, 25, 16 to 3, 25, 16 to 4, and finally you have a hexagon here. Since it says that it is in edge condition, so make sure that it is in edge condition. So you have to select one of the edges, make it vertical here. See, you just make it vertical, and whenever you're rotating, make sure rotate copy is off. And since it is a pyramid, I told you that in the top view, all these things, that is the diagonals, are going to be visible. So in the top view, it will look like this. Okay, so you know that here also you're having O of O1 here. I'm not going to name this, that you can see it in your primer itself. Okay, so just project this, project all the lines. Okay, so it is given that axis is 50 mm height here. So first you have to take the axis height. I told you many times in the previous also, I have told you that you have to just first draw the axis line. So this is 50 mm. Okay, and you have to join this from the ends. Now since it is resting on edges, and when you are seeing this from this side, okay, if you are seeing this from this side, so this edge will be visible, so the axis will not be visible to you here. So all the things will be thick lines itself. I hope you're understanding this. This should be 0.35 xy line. Okay, so this one again, we are going to take move copy option. Make sure you are selecting the whole pyramid. Move copy. In the question, he says that the axis is inclined with respect to HP at an angle of 45. So when he says, okay, just a second, move copy, you have to make sure that move copy is active when you go for move copy. He says that the axis is inclined at an angle of 45. So when you rotate it, I told you in the previous class as well, select the baseline. Only for pyramids, you have to select the baseline. Okay. So since it is 45, 90 minus 45 will give you 45 again. To enter the angle as 45. The base angle is 45. Also, the angle between the axis, we know that the axis is also lying here itself. So this is 45, and even the base angle is also 45. So go for projection lines again. I know this is apex, and I know that it will be coming somewhere in the center. So make sure that you are projecting it straight enough. Okay. Then coming to this particular thing, since it is resting on the edges here, these two edges, these two sides or these two ends are the points where it is resting. I know that since I'm having this particular point here, so I'm getting one point here, and also I'll get another point here. So these are the 2 points where it will end. Okay, if you want, you can just join it here like this. Then I know again you are going to get this 2 edges here. One is here and another one is here. Join all the points here. This end we are already written this. Okay, so you are getting the hexagon here. Select all the other edges, change them to 0.5. Now I told you, since it is this particular edge is on which it is resting, so this is the dashed line. This particular edge is a dashed line. Okay, why? Because it is not visible from the top, similar to previous problems which we have solved. Okay, so this is a dashed line. Also these also will be other dashed lines. Okay, now coming to this top view, after you are done with this, you have to also extend this line here. Why it is necessary is because you have to show this axis line. Now what I'll do is I'll just split this line Okay, select the line, split it exactly at the end point of this one, so that you're going to get a line. Okay, so this is your axis line. Later, see this edge, both the edges will be visible, so just blindly just draw this. Okay, those will be continuous lines. Next, even this particular line will be visible. Okay, whereas lines from this end will not be visible, those two will be dashed lines. Okay, you have to zoom in so that you can change them to dashed lines. So this line will be thick and this line will be thick, continuous line. Okay, these two lines will be dashed lines. Okay, these lines are also thick. So this is what you're getting in the fourth position. Later he says it is a beta angle problem. He says it is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. Okay, so now what we'll do next, since it is a beta angle problem, earlier it was the axis was 50 mm in dimension, now the axis height is reduced to 35.36. So what we'll do, you can either take the line either this way or this way, anything is fine. Okay, so whichever is sufficient. In the primary he is showing this as like this. Okay, I can draw this like this. Now I'll take this in this manner. So earlier it was 50, take 50 at an angle of minus 30, draw a locus, change this to locus line. Okay, then from this end take 35.36. Okay, join it wherever it is nearer to this line. So this is your newly formed axis line. Then go for select the whole thing. Okay, go for move copy. Okay, then select the axis point, place it on this one and go for rotate. Again select this end of the axis line, you have to select. Okay, end point of the axis line, make sure it is placed there. Okay, then you will have to project it again. So I know this particular point is O1 or O, this is O. Okay, whatever is there at the top, that will be O. Whatever is there at the bottom, the axis, this particular thing will be O. O1, this is O1, the topmost portion will be O. So I know this dashed line is resting on. So whenever, see, if I'm drawing this, I'm not getting a straight line here. So just change the angle to 90 here if you're not getting it properly. So just connect it to XY line. And whenever you're taking here also, you can zoom in. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Okay, so these two lines are present on XY. Okay, then these 2 points, that is this point here, will be present here like this, and even this point will be here. So the other 2 points will be here. Make sure the projection lines you are drawing should be straight enough. Okay, so we have got all the points. So just join the axis points. Okay, this point is O, this point is O1. Apart from that, you have to join all the others. Okay, now you have to join all the lines, change them to 0.5. Okay, you also know that you are having axis line from this point to this point here. Sorry, your axis line will be somewhere here. One second, I'll just extend this line here, this axis line. Okay, So your axis will be somewhere here. I'll just trim this. Okay. Then the same rule, whatever I told you, if it is not cutting any of the faces of the hexagon, that is the bottom hexagon, only one face you are having here in the pyramids, so it will be continuous line. So all these lines are continuous, which I'm drawing now. But if I join this, when I'm joining this, you can see that it is cutting this face here. This line it is cutting. This edge it is cutting. So this will be dashed line. Also, this particular edge will be dashed line. So two lines are dashed lines. First select those two, change it to dashed lines. Change them to 0.5. Select all the other lines just to change the thickness. Okay, that is your problem. Okay, and also you have to show axis line from this point to this point. Change it to axis type line. So that's your problem for hexagonal based pyramids. I hope you are going through all the problems which we have done in the class. So the sketching of this particular thing, you have to go by arc method. How you are going to do by arc method is initially you are going to take this particular angle line, that is 30-degree line. Okay, let me just zoom in. First step, what you are going to do is this particular line, this 30-degree line. Okay, the 30-degree line is first you are going to draw this. You can draw it is the same procedure what you are doing for planes for beta angle problem. Only thing is instead of the diagonal etc., here you are having your axis. After you get 2 points, it is very easy. So you are getting 2 points as O1 and O. O1 and O, you are very easily you can get O1 and O because those 2 points you will get till here. After that, you find all the other points. Using O1 and O, you have to find out. Let us say this is A. This is A. A, B, C, D, E, F. All these things you can find out just by O and O1 with reference. With this as a reference, only thing is you have to measure it from here and you have to redraw this. This particular position you will get it very easily. Okay, go through those problems. If you are having any doubts, you can just again contact me. Okay, we'll see you again in the next class.